ask you a question? And I think a little bit of, we wanted to talk about different forms of governance as well. And I think one of the metaphors that I've always thought is a turning point for Christiania was early, and it also with Burning Man in a way is early in our event's history and in your history of Christiania, it was an anything goes situation, literally.
Yeah.
Whatever anybody wanted to do was up for grabs. And sometimes that leads to a little bit of social decay where actually problems come up and darkness can creep in. And I think at Christiania that took the form with, well, if anything goes, then people who had severe drug problems kind of populated parts of the city and moved in, and because they couldn't afford any other types of housing, they kind of thrived in their drug use in some of these areas. But as any town then grows and wants to become functional, they have to realize, okay, we need some little bit of guidance for the people. And we need to say, like, some things are allowed, but like your violence or this drug use is actually detrimental to our community. And we're going to have to start, I don't want to say enforcing or creating rules or laws, but at some point there's like a common agreement of civic decency in any society, whether it's at Burning Man or whether it's in now a town that you're creating for yourself. And that, in the case of Christiania, led to what I believe is called the junk blockade, which they had to put their foot down and say, look, there's some opportunities for you to either get better or you're going to have to leave because we're trying to form a functional society and you're bringing dysfunction and darkness to the society. So will you talk about that transition from complete lawlessness and rulelessness into some sort of, let's try to form something that's actually functional and sustainable, or we're just, or we'll be driven out because we're like rats or whatever in here?
I mean, drug use with heroin addicts and cocaine addicts is very destructive for the community, because drug addicts, and in that sense, don't take care of themselves, and they can't take care of the community as well. So they just like trash everything around them. I have nothing. My personal opinion about drugs is that all drugs should be legal. But you see the effects that hard drugs have on people. So of course, there had to be like a line drawn in the sand. You couldn't have all the junkies living here, and so they were presented with a choice: either you go into rehab, or you're thrown out of Christiania. Because Christiania is always about taking in the weak people as well, those who don't fit in. So we don't just throw people out. We offer them a second chance and a third chance, and said we can offer you rehab. We can help you with it, because our society is very much built on the black sheep of society. The people who don't really feel that they fit in normal society, they tend to go, towards Christiania, places like this, to try to find an alternative way of living. So people can get a very big, long leash here in Christiania to what to do, but there have to be some rules